What's going on, everyone? Derek Holmes here, back with another iRacing video. Today we're in my butt kicker Moza Racing 22 truck. Typically I am racing the 05, but today we're in the 22. We're at Daytona International Speedway racing the Draft Masters Series in the iRacing network here. And let me tell you, it is a lot of fun. If you're not an iRacer, you should get into it. It's a blast, trust me. We're racing against all these other drivers out here on the track, and we're going to try to get us a good position. Unfortunately, during this race, we end up with a little bit of drama, but we go ahead and use that butt kicker truck to kick some butt right here on the Daytona International Speedway. As the pace car drops down, we get ready to go green flag, and we are going to go off behind this number 3 green and black truck. We want to try to get us a good position starting out, but at the same time we want to get up to speed. So I'm going to try to draft right behind in this Draft Masters race here, right behind this number 3, and as he puts in a block, we're going to go ahead and give him a little bit of bump to let him know we're here to help. We're not here to pass you right away. Watching the vehicles that are behind us here, this is obviously in replay because I don't get to see the race going on around me too much. I only get to see from my driver's seat. So as we get ready to push on past the 11th, we're going to take the middle a little bit here, and that number 3 is going to drop down. We cannot drop down due to the truck that's next to us, so we're going to ride safely behind this number 20 yellow truck on the top line as we get ready to come in through lap number 1. Going across the start-finish line, we're going to go ahead and try to get ourselves a good position. So we're going to push this little yellow truck right on up and out the way, clearing that number 3, so that way we can go ahead and get around him coming out of turn 1 and turn 2. There's that number 3. Can we get down there? We're going to try. As you see, the outside view here for the spotter, we've got the 22 truck, which is me up top behind that 20, and we're going to give him that push, like we said, to get ready to drop down in the front of this number 3 and hope that number 3 can go ahead and get up behind us and try to give us a little bit of bump as we take the number 1 spot already in lap number 2. Coming to the start finish line, I'm noticing that the number 3 is a little bit off kilter. He is doing a lot of movement behind me, and it's getting a little too crazy. As you see, the light blue truck having to drop way below the yellow line there. So I don't like racing with people who can't hold a good line. If you can't hold a solid line, you should move yourself to the back of the pack, because this is obviously a recipe for disaster. Hoping the number 3 can go ahead and get behind me and stay behind me and hold a good line. Number 20 is going to go ahead and jump out right in front of us from the top line here, and I believe he's getting ready to make that drop. Number 3 is still all over the place behind me, which is making me nervous, so I want to be able to work with someone who can hold a good line. This looks like the number 6 that's going to drop down in front of me here. I'm thinking maybe if I can get pushed up to him, then I can go ahead and get pushed past the number 20, and we can start running out front again and hope that number 3 and the number 17 that's behind me does not cause any issues and try to turn us or anything. As that number 17 is behind us, he is moving all over the place as I am trying to keep the air off the back of my bumper. Pushing the number 6, hoping that we can get up past him just so we can get out in the safe clear zone. Being that we have no caution flags, it's very, very important that we can get pushed up front. Unfortunately, it gets me moved up to the center, and that 17 comes along beside me, so I'm hoping that number 20 here can hold his line. And unfortunately, he comes down and knocks me into the wall. I get a lot of front tire damage, which then starts to go down on me. I try to get to a lower side, but then get turned back around and into the wall, and unfortunately this is what's going to end our day, only on lap number 5. A lot of tire damage, a lot of damage that's going to prevent us on a race that has no cautions. It's going to prevent us from winning this. So we're going to go ahead and knock out of this race as a failure, and make sure you guys tune in for the next race. Hopefully we'll be able to get us a good finish.